today with me, Bersa Betahla. Welcome to English News Broadcast. Let us start with the major headlines for today. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests is carried out today. Eastern African Half Marathon Championship 2022 has been conducted in Massawa. Russia and Ukraine failed to reach any breakthrough in a day of talks. And US, Australia, Japan, and India pledged to deepen cooperation. On the local news, we have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests is carried out today at testing stations in the central and Sabah regions. Out of this, 1 patient is from testing station in the central region. The other one is from testing station in Elabaret and Sabah region. On the other hand, 20 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the central 11, Gashbarka 6, and Ansaba 3 regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,454, while the number of deaths stands at 102. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 9,662. Ministry of Health, Asmara, February 11, 2022. Eastern African Half Marathon Championship 2022 was conducted in the port city of Massawa in connection with the 32nd anniversary of Operation Fenkel. In the men's category that covered 21 kilometers, athletes from Eritrea, Ethiopia, Sudan, South Sudan, and Tanzania took part, while in the females category, athletes from various national teams participated. From the 50-men category competitors, athlete Samson Amare from the southern region stood first and received $3,000 and gold medal. Ethiopian athlete Belait Lahun stood second and received $2,000 and silver medal, and Olympian athlete Aaron Kifle from the southern region stood third and received $1,500 and bronze medal. From the females category, Olympian athlete Nazareth Waldu stood first and received 45,000 nafa and gold medal. Olympian athlete Dorshi Tasfu stood second and received 30,000 nafa and silver medal. And athlete Natnet Amanuel stood third and received 22,500 nafa and bronze medal. The winning athletes received their awards from Mr. Tawalda Alati, Minister of Marine Resources, Ambassador Zemede Takhla, Commissioner of Culture and Sports, and Ms. Asmeret Abraha, Governor of the Northern Red Sea region. The Eastern African Half Marathon Championship started in 2004 and received regional and international recognition in 2011. Virtual seminar focusing on opportunities and challenges was organized for youth nationals in Germany on 5 February. The seminar that was organized by the Office of the Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy was attended by over 500 youth from various cities of Germany. Explaining the external conspiracies against Eritrea and its people in the past 80 years, Mr. Kahsai Tawalde, Head of Public and Community Affairs at the Eritrean Embassy, said that all the external conspiracies and hostilities have been foiled through the strong unity and perseverance of the Eritrean people. Mr. Kibrab Taghasta, Consul General of Eritrea, on his part gave an extensive briefing on the objective situation in the homeland and regional developments and called for reinforced participation in the national affairs for a better outcome. Indicating that transferring the noble societal values to the young generation is the responsibility of every citizen, Mr. Kibrab said that strong effort will be exerted to strengthen the organizational capacity of nationals. The participants, on their part, expressed conviction to strengthen participation in national affairs. The governor of Ansaba region, Ambassador Abdullah Musa, called for reinforcement of the activities of the microcredit and saving program in the region, as well as participation of the partners. The call was made at an activity assessment meeting conducted on the 8th February in Keren. At the meeting, it was reported that commendable effort is being exerted to expand the activities of the program to remote areas in the Ansaba region. In a report presented, Mr. Goitom Habtetian, head of the program in Ansaba region, said the objective of the program is to encourage the private sector, develop small-scale businesses, and improve the living standard of the nationals. He further noted that the program provides loan opportunities to residents by establishing stations in 90 of the 91 administrative areas in the region, indicating that 11,692 customers in the 9 subzones of Ansaba region and Mansoura and Karkabas subzones in Gashbarka region have become beneficiaries. Mr. Goitom said that in 2021, over 27 million nafa was dispersed to customers, of which 47% are women, and 31.8 million nafa has been collected from beneficiaries of the loan. Acting head of the Microcredit and Saving Program, Mr. Tafla Asmerom, on his part, pointing out that improving the living standard of nationals is among the major objectives of the program, underlined the significant role of the employees of the program, as well as awareness of the society in ensuring the sustainability of the investment being made on various sectors. There are 137 village banks in the Ansaba region working under the branch offices in Keren, Ilaberet, Hamel Malo, and Haggaz. That was all with domestic news. Do stay with us for the international one after a short break. Welcome back. Yesterday, Russia and Ukraine said they had failed to reach any breakthrough in a day of talks with French and German officials aimed at ending an 8-year separate conflict in eastern Ukraine. The lack of progress marked a setback for efforts to defuse the wider Ukraine crisis, in which Russia has been massing more than 100,000 soldiers near Ukraine's borders, raising fears of war. Ukraine's envoy, Andriy Yermak, told a late-night briefing today that there had been no breakthrough, but both sides have agreed to keep talking. On the other hand, Russian envoy Dmitry Kozak said the talks in Berlin had not been possible to reconcile Russia's and Ukraine's different interpretations of a 2015 agreement aimed at ending fighting between pro-Russian separatists and Ukrainian government forces. The conflict in the breakaway Donetsk and Luhansk regions, known together as the Donbas, simmers on despite a notional ceasefire. Observers from the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe recorded frequent violations, sometimes running into hundreds of incidents daily. Ukraine says some 15,000 people have been killed since 2014. The United States, Australia, Japan, and India pledged today to deepen cooperation to ensure the Indo-Pacific region was free from coercion, a thinly veiled sweep at China's growing economic and military expansion, as their top diplomats convened in Melbourne to also tackle climate change, COVID-19, and other threats. Australian Foreign Minister said that the purpose of the meeting was to act to support an open, inclusive, and resilient Indo-Pacific region, a region where sovereign states can exercise their own strategic choices, free from coercion, so that their people are able to pursue prosperity. He also added that the Quad's cooperation on the region's COVID-19 response was most critical. Despite being outside the group's scope, the escalating crisis between the West and Russia over Ukraine was also a top agenda item, with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken casting Moscow's build-up as a challenge to the international rules-based order, which he said the Quad would work to preserve. However, China has previously denounced the Quad as a Cold War construct and a cliché targeting other countries. And now a reminder of today's major headlines. Two patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today. Eastern Africa Half Marathon Championship 2022 has been conducted in Massawa. Russia and Ukraine failed to reach any breakthrough in a day of talks. And US, Australia, Japan, and India pledged to deepen cooperation. That was it for today. Thanks for watching.